This video is for you if you've been struggling to leave a toxic relationship and deep inside your heart you know real well that it is over, but you're still stuck there. So welcome to today's video. My name is Njau. If you're new here, this is my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, kindly consider doing that. I've been away for a while, but now I am back and I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend or friends that you know have been stuck in toxic relationships. So welcome and enjoy this video. One of the most important things that I desired to do when I got my first job was to buy my own pair of shoes without anybody questioning the size, the size of the heel, or the size of the type of the shoe or the design of the shoe. And when I first got that salon, I bought this red silkish stiletto, and I loved that shoe. When I got into that shop, I looked at that shoe and I felt like it's calling me by my names. I felt like this shoe, I don't love this shoe more than it loves me. I feel like this shoe loves me more than I love it. So I purchased that pair of shoe and I was so excited. I used to wear it every single day. I used to pair that shoe with a dress I had bought, a Chinese dress with a red label somewhere, and the shoe is red, and I felt I had a flat tummy. If you know, you know. So I felt like it made me feel so good, and I was so excited to have purchased that pair of shoe. And the reason why I loved buying, I was so excited to buy my own pair of shoes because my mom, apparently she feels like I'm too tall. I'm a 5'6". She thinks I'm too tall to wear high heels. So every time she sees me in high heels, she's like, why are you adding height on top of height? Now you look like you're walking on top of everybody. But the fact that I love those shoes, there's nothing now she can do about it. And now that I could afford and buy them, now she was not the one in charge of buying my shoes. I was buying what I love. Now there's nothing she could do about it. So back to what I was saying, I purchased this red pair of shoe. I would wear this shoe every single day. You see the kind of outfit you wear and you don't need anybody to tell you you're smart, like you know you look good. That was the kind of shoe that I'm talking about. So one day as I'm walking from work to town, I realized that wait a minute, I left my workplace with high heels. What is happening now? I feel like I'm wearing one sandal and one heel. The heel had moved, it had broken into two. It cut into ilikatika into two. So when I went to a nearby shoemaker, he's a friend of mine. When he fixes my shoes, like he's that Luo guy who fixes shoes and they are back like they are new. So I went to this guy and I asked him, is there anything you can do to fix this shoe? Because I cannot afford to lose this shoe. And he looked at me and told me, Madam, hii kiatu nitakufixia tu ikufikishe kwa nyumba. There's nothing that can be done. Ikue fixed again. Like you cannot wear this shoe anymore. It is done. Like ni hivyo, hii nikikufikisha tu kwa hao, just throw it away. So it was so sad. It was so devastating. Like, you know, ladies fashion shoes and clothes, once it go out of fashion, it's so hard to find the same thing again, especially for my size. I'm a size 7.5, so getting shoes can be tricky. So he fixed the shoe. I got home, and when I got home, I could not get, there is no way I'm going to throw this shoe away. So I wiped this shoe, I put it on my shoe rack, and I would see it and I would feel excited. But at the end of the day, I knew, like I just put it there to see it, to feel excited, and to add to my pairs of shoes so that I can feel like I have a lot of shoes. You know, sometimes you want to feel like ikiatu bado iko na unajua po haiko. It is like you cannot wait anymore. So I kept it for a while. I kept it there. I would wipe it when I'm wiping the other shoes. And one day I realized that it's time to let this shoe go, because I had bought other pairs of shoes and there was not enough space for all of those shoes. So it was as painful as it was me letting it go, because you know, when you're I was living in a bedsitter by then. So even when people come to visit you, they would be like, hey, uko na viatu mingi, uko na viatu supu. Little do they know, some of those shoes you cannot wear them. Like it is a done deal. no, it got to a place where now I had to get rid of that shoe because I needed to buy the shoes and there was no enough space to put that shoe. Long story short, I threw away the shoe and that was it. Why am I telling you this story? I'm not telling you this story to tell you how much pair of shoes I have. I'm telling you this to tell you this. Sometimes you are in a toxic relationship and you know it. You've tried everything you need to do. You've done everything you know to do. You know how to do, and there's nothing that is working out. And it's so hard for you to let it go because you still want to see it functioning. You still want people to see that you're still in a marriage or maybe in a working relationship. Well, deep down you know there's nothing left. Like you can tell that this relationship is beyond repair. I want to tell you something. This very day, let it go. And by letting it go, you will create room for knowing yourself better, maybe for someone else to come into your life. If you're keeping that relationship for people to see, the same people will laugh at you when things are not working, will talk behind your back when you've reached your end. Okay? So like me, how painful it was letting go of that pair of shoe. I want you to let that relationship go. Could be that lady, could be that man. Just let him or her go. It is not done. It is not it's not the end for you. We might come and see you happy together because we are there, but at the end of the day, you know where the shoe hurts. You know how it feels. You know how painful it gets. You know how toxic it is. Don't stay in a toxic relationship for people to see. Don't stay there because you're afraid of letting it go. Create space, create room. It might not be room for other people to see. It might not be room for someone else to fit. It might be room for you to know yourself better, for you to, if you have children, for you to have a sober mind to raise your children. Because when you're with someone you don't like or you don't love, someone who mistreats you, it becomes even hard for you to raise your children, to have good friendships, because at the end of the day you're looking at things. Every time you're hurting, you're always hurting. So I would urge you this very moment, just let it go. As painful as it is, as hurting as it will get, it gets better with time. It will get better with time, and you'll come to realize that you love yourself better, you relate with other people better, and you can do everything else that you have always desired better. So let it go, and don't be afraid. Like I say, don't be afraid of what people are going to say. Create space. I let go of that shoe, too, as painful as it was. And I can tell you for real, I don't know how many pairs of shoes I've bought after I let go that. I don't even think it was among my best. I've had so many nice shoes. I've had so many expensive shoes. I've had so many shoes that I own and I treasure now. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that shoe as nice as it was then. I don't think I even remember it. So it might be hard for you to let it go now, but the moment you do, you're going to realize that it was the best decision in your life. Have yourselves a beautiful week ahead. I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.